of all, we want to thank everybody who made the trip out here. I mean, there's a few things that need to be said. One, without the help of SoCal LX, the guys behind the scenes, Pedro out of Texas, this wouldn't be to the scale that it's at. The amount of hours, the time that it takes to make it all happen, all the different volunteers that help. I want to thank you guys. For those who came long distances, follow this whole program, have come multiple times, again, thank you. We've got, I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 42% first-time attendees to the event. This is our 9th year. We expect to do bigger, better things for the 10th year. I think I should back up 1 second. For those who don't know me, I'm actually Fatchance, aka John, one Fatchance on Instagram. And what drives this whole event is that it is all viral. And it started with a forum, LX forums. We're on Facebook. We do all those things, but to think that it's 34 states, people came from all over the country, Canada, it's really amazing. If you take the time, and I've been walking around, look at some of the rides, a lot of creativity out here, and some really great cars all around. Make sure you check out the vendors. I mean, we've got tons of vendors, both sides of the area. So check those guys out. They all have great products for us. Most of us are using something from someone, so that's a good deal there. I'd like to thank all the guys at Chrysler because I think it's, I don't know, 100 hours of go into this whole deal in the last 2 weeks that we actually, you know, the emails are crazy, but again, their support is truly appreciated because without them, we can't get to this scale. We can't do the things that we're doing. The fact that they get it, that they come out with their design team, with their engineering, what product planning, it really says a lot that they want to know what we're doing out on our street level as a community and bring it out to people. There's also this guy that's over here by me. He's one of us, and I recently read something that I find very interesting in Hot Rod Magazine. He's more interested in his t-shirt collection than his shirt and tie collection. Mm-hmm. So, and those who know Ralph, he's got a lot of t-shirts. That being said, I'm gonna turn it over to Ralph so he can let you guys know what's going on.
All right, thanks, John.
Yay!
First of all, there's nothing more embarrassing than hearing your name over this loudspeaker. Ralph Gilles is going to talk all that stuff, so I'm hugely embarrassed because of all people I know that it takes an absolute village, and we have a village of 60,000 people at Chrysler that it takes to make these cars. You know, we come up with the dreams, but the engineers, the product planners, the marketeers, they're the ones that make it all happen. So, but special thanks to John. I think this event, I came to the very first one. I've been to all but one of them. I remember when it was a small 110 car event, and we were just hanging out. It was just me and the business center guy just strolling along, and I wanted to understand what drives people to buy these cars, because as soon as the LXs started selling, it was mostly the 300 back then, people immediately would put rims on them and start customizing them and falling in love with their cars, and that's something we didn't expect. We just wanted to make a cool car that would really put our company back on the map, and what has happened, what is going on here, the fact today that we have close to 1,200 vehicles, and every one of them has some kind of personality, some self-expression. As an artist, that touches your soul. When you see how people have made the car their very own, they name the cars, they have relationships with cars, friends because of the vehicle. And that's so far beyond what we expected that we can't say enough about it. So this year, I think we have roughly 40 people, if not more than that, from the mothership. It's unbelievable. Everyone is curious about this thing. So we go back home every year and talk about it. And so you have to come see this for your own eyes to understand it. You have to touch and feel these people. And it's a record amount. I think it's actually more than 40 people. So much so that my designers from the SRT studio and the Dodge studio have made this pretty much their corporate vacation. So we pay for them to come here, and they went to go visit Jay Leno, we have a think tank down near San Diego. They went to go see it, but this is the highlight of their trip, and they get it now. And they're gonna go, it's like the gospel, they're gonna go back to the mothership, by the way, which is known as Alaska right now, it's so damn cold. But that must be the other reason they're down here. But they go back and they talk about what they've seen, and people think we're crazy until you've come here. So I hope more and more executives and more true engineers, I mean, we're all like you, honestly. just about everyone that has come down here is built the same way. We love our cars. We wish we could do more with them. There are certain limitations to what we can do, but we love to see that you guys take it to the next level. You know, so we dream just like you do dream. So I know there's a white elephant in the room. In our business, we call it a white elephant. They're dancing in the background, and there's a lot of expectation. I know 40% more people came here, and some of you came here for a reason. Came here to see something that you know has been cooking. You know, so unfortunately the timing is just off a little bit. We're off by a few months, and we couldn't bring this vehicle here to show it to you, but I just want you to know that it's on track. And this year is probably going to be one of the biggest years for the Dodge brand and the SRT brand and Mopar in general that we've ever had, a historic year. And your enthusiasm is a lot about that. What you've asked us to make, those roundtables did not go on deaf ears. We had one this morning, we've had them now for a few years, and that has really made us rethink some of our decisions with the product that we create. And this is a vehicle that will be shown within the next 2.5 months, hopefully in May timeframe, that would hopefully show that we were listening. You know, something really special that we know the community. I know this time next year there'll be a whole other section of hopefully of this particular vehicle. So I can't tell you too much about it. But before we go to that, I'd like to ask my team and some of my friends and my friends from engineering. And by the way, the head of engineering, second only in command to engineering, is here. The head of SRT engineering is here. So I'd like them to come forward real quick. Ben Winter, where are you? Come over here, Ben. We rescued Ben from Ford, just so you know. He's been with Chrysler a few years, and he's never been the same. I know, too bad. And he is a complete getting it guy. He couldn't help to come here himself. He's one of those people that have heard the story about what this is all about and had to come see it with his own 2 eyes. And of course, Restu Deselli, come over here, please. Head of SRT Engineering. Phenomenal man. Open wheel road racer, complete sick man, gets it, understands. And will the rest of the village, everybody from Chrysler Corporate, if you could come up front here, please. I want you guys to see that these are real people, passionate people.
Thank you.
How many of you are here for the first time? Put your hand up. Look at that, see? And how many of you have been here at least the last 3 or 4 times?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, see, so once you come, you can't stop coming. It is. So John talked earlier, talked about t-shirts. I love t-shirts. I have a collection of made in Detroit t-shirts, all kind of stuff. It usually has something to do with LXs, Hemis, but the car culture. The car culture is a big thing, and here of all places, California is probably the land of the car culture. And I know, you know, this is all the sort of land of Toyotas and Camrys and Nissans and everything else. So to see this many Mopar products in one place is unbelievable. Now, special thanks for there's roughly 217 people, I understand, that have come from all over America, some as far as Canada, Quebec. Some of them could bring their vehicles, but they came themselves, and they're sharing cars with other people. And there's obviously, 2,700 people, I understand, somewhere here. So there's a lot of families, clearly, that have come. But again, there's a special thing I want to show you, and it's a logo we're experimenting with. And it has something to do with the theme of what's going to go down this year. So I'd like the team to remove their clothing. All right, so.
Meow.
Wildcat. Wildcat.
So yeah. I don't know what that may be. I think it's Hello Kitty. I don't know what it is. But we wanted to. I got mine on too.
We told him.
Where's the Wildcat?
So something very important, you know, when I stop by people's cars, I actually have discussions with them, and I think our engineers and designers and product marketing people do the exact same thing. And it's interesting, the walk of life. Well, one thing I've realized that our vehicles, for some people, are therapy.
Huh?
These vehicles are something extra in their lives that they've stretched to buy in some cases. And we have a lot of veterans. I was touched by how many veterans.
Yes.
How many veterans here, by the way?
Yay!
Isn't that crazy? And there's something, first of all, thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifices. And to know that our car in some way puts a smile on your face in some kind of way as a reward for everything you've done. So what we're going to do today is something we've never really done. Is this shirt here is debuted here. It's a special shirt to commemorate a certain vehicle that I'm not allowed to talk about because my PR person's sitting there with a taser. But we want to make this shirt, we want to dedicate this shirt to the wounded warriors. So what we're going to do is we are selling these shirts. Now it's a higher price than what is typical for a shirt. So it's about $40 because we only have roughly 800 shirts. So I hope everyone sells out. But all of that money is going to go to the Wounded Warriors Foundation.
Yay!
And you can only get this shirt at Spring Fest. This version, there'll be a different version on sale later on, but this particular version, the way you see it here today, is only going to be here. And it's the smallest thing we could do to pay respects to you guys for all that you've done to support us in the dark ages, buy our vehicles, and continue to support us. And our company is doing better than it's ever done. It's really in good shape. Chrysler's been climbing for the last 4.5 years, and it has a lot to do with you, because for every car that you buy, you probably sell 5 or 10 more for us. Right? So we respect that. Hats off to you, and I'm nobody without the 60,000 people, so stop worrying about Ralph Gilles. It has nothing to do with anything. It's a passion and love affair for the company that these people have. So please go to the SRT tent if you want over there. We're selling the shirts. Again, everything goes to the Wounded Warriors Foundation. All the money goes to them.
Excellent.
Because we just can't thank them enough for what they do. So
Yay!
with that, hopefully we're all going to come back for SF10. If I still got my job, I'll be back. Even if I don't got my job, I'll be back. So thank you. We love you. And Chrysler tips his hat to you. And thank you, John, for everything you've done. Nothing but love. Thanks, people.
Scott's already going to buy his shirt.
Hey, real quick.